There are many different kinds of player-set challenges in video games, and Bloodborne is no exception. There are more community-focused speedruns, with leaderboards and rankings of 100% or any percent runs. There are also more individualized challenges, stuff that is less likely to be tracked online, but can be just as entertaining for the player, such as single weapon runs, no armor runs, fat rolling only runs, rolling fatties only runs. The main thing tying them all together is that they add a layer of challenge for people who have masochistic tendencies. I mean, people who have already proven they can play the game as intended. But what if there was a challenge that truly tested your resolve? Not to beat it as fast as possible, or to only use a certain mechanical skill set, but to master all the systems and immerse yourself in the murky waters of game feel and intuition. What if you couldn't see your health bar? This is the Eyes on the Inside challenge run for Bloodborne. Let's go over the rules for the Eyes on the Inside challenge run, as they're fairly simple. Start a new game and get through the introductory cutscene. Once you've made your character, in whatever class or build you're going for, whatever you're most comfortable with, open up the pause menu when you gain control of your character. Open up the Environment tab and turn off the HUD from there. Okay, now beat the game. That's it. I'm not saying you gotta beat every boss, or collect every item, or to do it as quickly as possible. Nope. Just play the game as you normally might. Do your best, have fun, pay attention, and just kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. There are a few extra rules to consider, such as the status screen here, where you can see your health points and other important information. Someone might say, wouldn't this count as seeing your heads-up display, just in a more awkward menu? Technically, yes, but I'm gonna go ahead and say, use it. Use it as much as you like. Learn the damage numbers if you can tab through menus quick enough. This doesn't invalidate the run, as you're not going to be able to attack, dodge, or use items while in menus, making the trade-off have some mechanical weight. So yeah, go nuts. Use it in between battles and see how well you're able to track your mental calculus of how much damage you've taken. And I'll even allow that you can turn on the HUD only in the Environmental tab, so you can get a look at your blood vials, quicksilver, and insight easily. But you gotta turn it off before you leave this tab. Okay, that's it. Now, go play and see how well you're able to keep up with everything. I'm not recommending anyone try this as their first run, or even as your second New Game Plus run. I'm not even sure a third playthrough is enough game knowledge to be prepared. This is a capital C, italicized, wingding font challenge run that relies on your ability to learn through trial and error without the abstraction that is a health or stamina bar. In the best case scenario, you gain the insight to beat the game without looking at a health bar, and a newfound appreciation for the art direction of Bloodborne and how it looks without the UI distracting you. Worst case scenario, you turn the HUD back on and leave a comment saying Bloodborne fans are crazy, like the bread. This is a reference that makes sense, I swear. But even if you only make it to Father Gascoigne, I recommend you really try beating him before giving up on this challenge run. But why do any of this?
Why?
Of any playthrough that I've done, it was the closest I felt to relearning Bloodborne for the first time. And if you're like me, that is a feeling you just can't recapture before you learn that this is one of your favorite games. It's almost magical, and there's no other way to play games again for the first time, unless I lobotomize myself. Or I could watch a Hallmark movie. That's basically the same thing. It also helped grant me a greater appreciation for just how horrifying and gorgeous and twisted this world is. Like the bread. It's an interesting balance, the dance between looking at vital game information versus looking at the world itself. I feel that, more often than not, an extremely helpful minimap can be detrimental to experiencing the graphical fidelity or artistic direction of 3D environments. We can't help it. People look for the easiest or quickest way to achieve certain goals or tasks, and turning off the UI can be scary, or intimidating rather, to have to learn through entirely contextual or environmental clues. In that sense, it feels as though I got to witness an entirely different world when there was nothing to distract me, and I could be immersed in the sights and soundscape of Yharnam like never before. This challenge run is not easy, and I wouldn't recommend you try to speedrun it this way. But if you're looking for a challenge, and Bloodborne is already pretty challenging, I would highly, highly recommend you try it. If you're not really sure, go ahead and load up that endgame character and run a single randomized Chalice dungeon without the HUD. How well do you really know that build? How easy was it for you to beat any of those mobs or bosses that you encountered? You may not realize it, but you may be more reliant on a single funny little rectangle than you thought, and you may still have some surprises left in you to discover. All it takes is a little insight, enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt. Thank you for watching. If by some miracle this video actually reaches some people who then go on to do one of these runs, please let me know what you think of it in the comments. I genuinely want to know what you thought of it. And now, for your listening and viewing pleasure, a selection of clips set to the William Tell Overture by Rossini and set to the March of the Toreadors by Bizet.